It's been such a long time since Boston led the way. It's more than a feeling. It's Mike and Tom to start the day. The heart of Massachusetts should be freedom, justice, and liberty. Freedom led pilgrims to Plymouth Bay. Salem trials had justice too late. The sons of liberty spilled the tea, and then the redcoats spilled their blood. The shot heard around the world rang out from the Bay State. Boston strong and ready to defend. It's where revolution started and ends. It's been such a long time since Boston led the way. It's more than a feeling. It's Mike and Tom to start the day. Quincy Market, Freedom Trail, Charles River, Boston Harbor, Bunker Hill, Griffin's Wharf, Fenway Park, North Charge. It's been such a long time since Boston led the way. It's more than a feeling. It's Mike and Tom to start the day.
Boom.
Good morning. Good morning. Look who we got here. I'm so happy you're here.
Thanks for having me.
Mike, thanks for coming on, man. It's been a while. I haven't seen you in a while. Thanks for coming on, man. I appreciate it.
Not a problem.
So I'm trying. I want to introduce you to some of my viewers. I don't know if they know. They've seen you. I'm sure they've seen you, Mike. But I don't think they know you.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, first off, let's start at the beginning. How did you end up in a Minion suit?
I know the answer to this.
Tell me.
I know. Pick me, Tony.
Mike.
Well, it started with
Mello.
Special Prosecutor Mello calling us all minions outside the court.
Yep.
And when I ever heard that on my way down, I stopped at the toy store and grabbed my my first Minion hat and come down with this.
I remember that day.
They were just making fun of us. Yeah, that was the first day I met you, Mikey.
Yeah, I was like, no, that's fucking beautiful. And you walked.
Yeah, that was in Stoughton.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly.
Stoughton Court.
Walking out front. Me and Tommy, you were there. Yep. Scott McGinnis was there.
Yep.
Hey, we're the original OGs, by the way, Mikey. We're the original.
Oh,
OGs.
definitely.
Yeah.
That goes way back, people. Like it.
Yeah.
It was.
It was kind of fucking funny, man.
It was like Jill Daniels' lawyer, like that, like.
Well, he was Jill there Daniels? when Ken Mello was walking in all the time when Stoughton was going on, and Mike was there in the suit. He'd walk right by Mike, and Mike's standing there looking around.
Oh yeah, Tom got me talking to him. Oh yeah.
So I see.
Me and Mike is sitting on the sidewalk, and a red pickup truck pulls up, and the guy freaking gets out, and we look, and it's Mello, right? He doesn't drive, so he gets out of the passenger seat of his escorted red pickup truck, and he's looking at Mike, and looking at me, and looking at Mike, and he's just shaking his head as he's walking by. And he calls us a bunch of minions. And we're like, whoa.
And he's an hour and a half late.
And the next time we did that. Huh? Yes, he did.
In open court. He said that, Turtle Boy and his minions are out there.
Correct.
Like that. That's how he said it in open court. Yeah, I remember that.
Right. So he comes the next time me and Mike see him. Mike's got his Minion hat on and the Minion shirt, and Mello's just staring at him, trying to process this in his head. And he's like having a short circuit as he's trying to process Mike. And Mike's sitting there smiling, going, "Good morning. How you doing, bud?
Thanks for coming in."
Finally made it. And he still can't process Mike and the Minion. He's like having like seizures and stuff as he's walking, man. He can't process what he's looking at. Oh, yeah.
That was funny that day.
Oh my God, dude. You are a fucking motherfucker. You're a funny fuck, dude. That's when people started bringing like some laughter to it, like in kind of fucking with them. You know what I mean? It was good to see. I
Well, you
was
had
smiling.
to.
Right?
You had
You had to.
to.
It was too serious. It was funny shit, man.
Exactly, Mike.
Yeah.
You have to have some
I mean,
out
I
because it's so stressful on everybody.
I remember the
Yeah.
day. I remember the day in Dedham. You were escorting the food stamp 5 down the sidewalk too, and you're like, "Get out of the way! Get out of the way! Get out of the way! Step to the side!"
Can I can I say
Do not
something about that?
engage. Do not engage.
That's fucking tired laughing. Why is Minion Mike giving the food stamp 5 a fucking escort? He's like, get out of the
I
way,
just
not
didn't want
engaged.
no trouble.
Yeah,
I didn't want no trouble.
Yeah, and you know
Listen,
what, Mike? The way you were dressed, you just de-escalated everything. You know what I mean? Here's a minion walking down with the food stamp 5. Get out!
Well, that's all they were there for, was just to charge us up. And I didn't want
Yeah,
nobody engaging with them and making us look bad, you know?
you
and
made
you
us
know,
look
Because
good
that's
there.
all they were there for.
Yeah,
again,
of course.
a lot's got to be said about that, Mike, that day because the way that just the way that you handle that, Mike, that you led the way and you kind of said to everyone, listen, don't be yelling, let them walk, clear the way. Mike, you de-escalated that into not a situation. Just
Right, right.
in the
Yeah,
way.
who's gonna fuck with the minion, man? Mike's walking in front, like, get the fuck, move aside, do not escalate, do not engage. And they were all hyped up on something. They were all ready to go too. You're right. If they
And they didn't
wanted you
stay
to
long
engage.
that day either.
No. You
They
should do that
didn't,
all
did
the
they?
time.
Because Mike,
Like you.
they didn't get under anyone's skin because you led the way and you set the
Oh,
example. So
Nan
that
says
was
Nan says
nice
hi.
of you.
Nan says hi, Mike. By the way, you know Nan.
Good morning, man.
There you go.
Yeah, I can't see the chat, so.
Yeah.
All right. We'll let you.
See,
A lot of people saying hi.
yeah, a lot of people saying hi to
Hello,
you and
everyone. Good morning. Free
Mike
Karen Reed.
just a little bit. So
Oh.
listen, Mike, you asked me about fishing real quick.
Which Mike you
Yep.
talk? I'll be
Both you
Mikey.
guys.
I'll be Mikey. You be Mike.
Okay.
All right, good.
Mikey, you asked
And
me about fishing,
I did.
right?
Yeah.
So this is Mass, Rhode Island, Connecticut.
Yeah.
This is
Well,
the first largest body of water. This is what do you
oh,
call
you're
it
out by
there?
like you're out by
No. That's
Oh,
what
you're
do you call
closer
it?
to
The
home.
Quabbin. That's the Quabbin right there. Right
Okay.
there. That's the Quabbin. First water
Oh,
supply.
all right.
Second, here,
What's that one called?
Assawampset.
I've never even heard of it, Tom. To be honest with you.
There's bald eagles here. They come down and
Well,
swoop and they almost knock you down, man.
yeah, there's some of the Resi too from there. I couldn't believe that, but that's cool. So what, you cut through this little river and get out to the big river, big pond,
No.
or what?
No, you go right to it.
That's it right there.
Um,
Now you said if you have a house on it, you can go all over that house. Wow. Oh, that's a restaurant. What is that?
yeah, that's an elementary school there.
There's a pot field.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Where is it? Where is it?
So
Holy Jesus. Look at those houses.
yeah,
Oh, wow. Wow.
Nice.
some are beautiful, and like
Yeah.
all these under all these boats in the summertime, there's
Yeah.
like 4 or 5 pounders just all stacked up under the boat, just hanging out.
Getting shade.
So
That's awesome,
that's
bro.
right, and then so I can stop that, and let me see if I can find the
There must be
result.
a herring run on there somewhere.
The
probably,
herring
right?
live there all year long.
Oh yeah.
Herring, love herring.
Well, that's where the fish are. If you know if the herring going into that pond, you know the water's clean. You
Yeah.
know, there's one in Plymouth too that goes right through the center of Plymouth to upper falls. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, Middleborough, too.
Yeah, you can find them. They're around.
All
Yeah.
right, so I can share this photo. This is my buddy. So everyone here, where are you? Window, this one, share. So that's the fish. everybody.
Did it break water? Did it come up?
Oh yeah, a couple times. But
Or you
we were
just
we
you
caught
barely
a bunch
caught
of
that
these.
thing. Oh, you
Caught a
did.
yeah, we caught a bunch of them.
What's that, like 3 pounds?
He
3,
caught
4?
he caught 4. I caught 3, and they're
So
all
how many
that's
pounds?
I don't know.
3,
Good,
4?
good 4,
Yeah.
good solid
That's
4 all
fucking
day.
healthy, dude. Healthy.
But
Man. Wow.
and he's a big dude. I mean,
Yeah.
that's my. I mean, that's a big fish, and he's a big dude. So
Look at the hands on him. He's
yeah,
fucking-
You were saying there's records in there too, right?
yeah. State record largemouth and a state record smallmouth are in this lake.
Wow.
So
It's very rare to find smallmouth down this far too. You know what I mean? I don't.
Yep.
For me, anyways, because the water has to be It has to be so good.
right on the
Usually
money.
large-
That's and it's not that
largemouth-
deep.
Really?
Yeah, Mike.
Now, can you
could paddleboard the entire place and like jump off and be up to your neck?
Can you get out there with a paddleboard? Fuck. All right.
Unless you live
All
in the lake.
Yeah. All the ponds in Canton are just polluted with that chemical forever because they had that tanning, whatever it was up here. That
The tannery.
yeah, well,
Yeah.
oh,
The water, the
oh.
pH in the water's done, so you
See,
can't.
so there's like levels of ponds in Canton that make it all the way down to the resi, then up to the ponds.
And you can tell on
just-
the fish that you catch, they're anemic, right? They get spores on them and stuff. Yeah, it's like
Well, plus they've done so much building around everything now that all the sewage is going into it too.
and the landscaping, and that's a big
Landscaping.
problem.
Yep.
So you know what else is a big problem I have is freaking Proctor. Okay.
Tell me he's trying to change his looks.
What happened yesterday?
You get a facelift. Tommy, show the picture, Tommy.
No way.
He can't. He won't do it. show the picture.
Which one?
No, with Mikey Proctor.
Oh. All right, hold on.
Since we're all laughing this
I
morning,
promise. Once you see this, you cannot unsee it.
It's the
I
truth.
texted to you, didn't I?
Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh, Mike.
The internet, AI is a wonderful thing.
In this case, no, it's not.
I wonder what's gonna happen. What, Mikey? What do you think's gonna happen? You think he's gonna lose his job?
It depends on what happened yesterday. I mean, how long is it going to be till they come back with a thing? Are they going to drag it out, till after the trial,
Good point. Yeah, good point.
just so they can see what happens during the trial,
Right.
and then he could keep his job,
Right.
I mean, he ain't charged with murder. He's just charged with fucking covering it up.
That's true. So that's
Can we look at this, people? Let people
Can you
look.
Can you tell who it is?
Yeah, let
Mikey,
them look at it. Not.
I can't so much.
Look at that. There you go, Nikki.
It's
Who is it, Mike? Mikey? Who is it, Mikey?
it's Grant's face imposed on Mike's body. Can you zoom in on that?
I couldn't see it.
I know. I wish you could zoom in on it.
Let me zoom.
It's fucking perfect. I think Tom did you post it, Tom? Did you post it?
No.
I'll post it.
Oh, geez, I would have posted that.
I got it right now.
Once you see it, you can't unsee it.
Right?
Awesome, man. Anywho, go ahead,
trying
Tom.
to see if I can zoom it in.
We
They won't
haven't
let me.
stopped laughing for the first 14 minutes. All we've done is laugh. Just so you know. We've covered no ground at all.
0. But yeah, that's ridiculous. Funny.
Do you want to talk about the witness list? I emailed it to you on your ex, I think, or something yesterday.
I wonder what all the guilty people are doing today.
Getting the statements ready, rehearsing the statements, meeting with Brennan. You know, a couple. I bet so when Tom pulls the list up, a couple of people that I saw that the prosecution left off doesn't mean they're not going to get called by the defense. You know what I mean? They're going to be eventually called by the defense. Like, yeah, because there's a big one up there. Allie McCabe is not on the prosecution list.
Yeah, that's strange, Mike.
Well, she slipped up. That's why.
Maybe she cracked under pressure real easy, and under a cross exam from Mr. Alisi.
Oh, forget it.
He'll crush her. He'll crush her. If she cried, I think it was Jackson that was doing it. Yeah, Jackson.
Yeah.
She was welling up in the first 3 minutes. I mean, God forbid.
No way.
That's actually it. It's actually,
once you see it, you can't unsee
it. Imagine if Grant goes in and steals his girl. He goes away.
Oh.
It fits perfectly with his name. I mean,
it does.
If you told me that was fake, I wouldn't believe you. That's how good AI is right now, man.
Right.
Grant's actually getting a better body by doing this. You know that? How dare you, Mark?
He's got some pretty good titties there. The man titties.
Sorry for ruining your Friday so early in the morning. That was Tom. I woke up to that this morning, all right? Just so you guys know. I woke up to that. That was Tom. Fucking funny guy, man.
Oh, my goodness. Witness list. We were getting there, weren't we, Mike?
Yeah, we talked about something about the fucking trial. I don't know. Yeah, Tuesday is going to be a big day. I don't have it.
Hey, zip it to me next. Can you zip that to me? I don't have it.
Yeah, I'll get it back over to you. Yeah. So, any word on the tickets? Are you giving away the tickets today or no?
It's
end of the day or tomorrow?
I think we're gonna do it tomorrow. We're gonna give everyone until the end of today because I don't know if anyone's gonna be on a show later on. If they're gonna, I sent it to as many people as I could. And of course, if people want to jump on the bandwagon now, they're more than welcome. And we're giving away a nice set of tickets. They're freaking big dollar tickets for $10.
So what are you driving in the limo, the 280Z?
Nope. This one has a back seat. There's no trunk involved. But drop you at the front door if you want. It's up to you. Bruins game. And you don't have to live here. You don't. You know, you can still enter. The money goes to Aiden's defense fund, and he definitely needs it.
Yeah.
So, you know, I mean, he's now entered into this trial.
That's right.
Yeah.
You
know, I looked at the list. Thank God I'm not on it. Party.
I thought you would be.
Yet. Can they add you?
Tom, you were mentioned by Cosgrove last week, so be careful what you wish for. Tom CPU did the interview.
Can you imagine putting me on the freaking stand?
No.
Forget it.
All right, they're coming over to your ex right now, Tommy. All right. I think I got most of them here. It's weird. They have like professionals and I don't see any surprises. I get that grid picture in my photo album now. Fuck. Oh.
Yeah, I see they're calling Scanlon too.
That's Mikey. That's huge. That's huge.
Yep.
No, I think Tom and I said the whole time that he never, when he came forward, when he went to Yannetti, and like, what was he going to do next? He wouldn't sign an affidavit with Yannetti, but he wouldn't go to the state police either and be like, hey, listen, I got to tell you, because he knows that they were in on it, right? So do you think he went to Uncle Joe's house and maybe talk to them first? That's a possibility, I'm saying. I'm not saying he did, but
right.
That would have been the route I would have taken in terms of like, okay, I don't trust A, I don't trust B, I got to go right to the feds, you know what I mean, and tell them what I know and move on. If I'm going to get protection, I'm not going to get it from the state police or Canton police. I'm going to go, or Boston. I'm going to go right to the people that fucking wear masks and ghosts and shit like that, right? That's how I think anyway. What do you think? You think that's too far of a stretch for him to run in there?
I don't know. I'm just wondering what he's gonna say. He ain't under. He wasn't grand juried, so it ain't like he can lie or.
And the prosecution's calling him.
Yes.
That's interesting, isn't it?
Now, is the defense list come out yet?
No.
Okay. He could be on theirs too.
Just like Allie McCabe will too, right? I think Allie. There was a couple of the people that were left off. Barrows was left off of course, on the.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah, geez. The only guy that tells the truth, him and Lucky.
Yeah, no shit. Oh yeah, is Lucky on here? I didn't even see for Lucky.
I believe he is.
Higgins.
It's in alphabetical order. Laughlin, right? Yep.
Not here. No, Lucky.
Wow.
But Sarah Levinson is.
Yeah,
it'll be Brian Laughlin under that name. Won't be Lucky.
Okay. I don't even see a Laughlin here, Mike.
Well, he might not be on it then.
And the Catholic,
he tells the truth.
Yeah, right. So, and the other couple there from the bar, the green couples are not on the prosecution because all they did was help the defense.
Oh, I thought they were. I thought I read that one yesterday. There was two of them.
Yeah, Camerano's on there, but
Camerano, that's what it was.
Yeah, he's on there, and Kerry Roberts and her husband, obviously. But so back to why are the O'Keefes allowed back into to the court? Because they have a special. I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but once they testify, they're allowed to come back in. Usually, I think Paul O'Keefe was one of their first witnesses, the prosecutions, anyways.
Yeah, I think they're trying to keep everybody else out, even the Alberts, from coming back in.
Yeah, the Reeds.
Which they never should have been able to come in on the first one anyway.
And why do they get the Sullivans there? Laura Sullivan and Marietta Sullivan. The Sullivan sisters? Why?
Sullivan sluts.
Why?
Yeah.
But why?
They want to fucking use her Aruba for a motive to be angry at John, right? That was part of the narrative. I think
that and to drag it out and confuse the jury.
Yep, Mikey, you're on fire today, brother. You are exactly on right, Mike.
So we're okay with these people on this list so far.
Julie Nagel, Ryan Nagel, Heather Maxon on there.
Yep, Maxon, Heather Maxon, right there.
Jennifer Matthew, Collins probably on the front page. The spies just on the juveniles. That must be the nieces and nephew, right?
Yes.
All right, and then you have
that's disgusting.
Again,
that's low.
Yep. I just don't know who Gene DeMoulis is. It says keeper of record.
That the person who did the transcripts for the last trial.
Is that how it works?
Oh yeah. She's a wicked nice lady. She out there waving to us when she leaves, and she was on our side.
I wonder why they're calling her. Julie. All right. There's another couple.
Ask her if what the texts are going to be, I guess, talked about, if they're true and accurate to her best of her knowledge. Yes.
Oh, the way
a stenographer, right?
There you go.
Right.
Yeah. So I think they're going to ask her if what she put on thing is true and accurate reflection of what was said, so they can use it for all these other people.
There's 3 other pages, Tom. I sent you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that's kind of short to what I read.
Look at us going over legal documents and stuff, huh?
Oh, yeah, not like some of the people on these channels. Oh yeah, this is my other one. If you voted for this crappy governor, this is the check boxes.
Yeah.
Those. That's the other one I said, Tom. You were supposed to pull that one up.
Oops.
All right, here's the other. You start from the beginning.
Here's the first one, okay? So we can look at this. Look at it. It's freaking. I'm zooming in. It won't let me zoom in the document.
Do you want me to send it someplace else or no?
No.
All right.
Now comes the Commonwealth in the above caption matter and provides the following list of prospective witnesses who may be called to testify in this case: Brian Albert,
Yeah.
Brian Albert Jr., Caitlin Albert, Chris Albert, Colin Albert, Julie Albert, Nicole Albert, and Stephen Bernstein, keeper of the record.
So would Stephen would he be doing like all the sidebar shit? Like, would he be noting all that stuff? I don't understand. Does anybody in the chat know what keeper of the record means? Please help me out because I'm stupid. Do you know, Mike? I don't know.
I don't.
I don't.
Because they're on it
right now.
There's 3 people on there that are keeper of the records. I just don't know what they are. Mike, they want you to run for select board. Just by the way, Mike, Minion Mike for select board.
I'm in the wrong state.
It's okay.
Hey, doesn't matter, man. No Barrows because it's expulsory. El McKay. Hey, but what does keeper of the record means? Let's see. We're trying to figure. Oh, they're trying to figure it out what it means too. Okay, good. Where's Melanie Little?
Records.
Yeah, right.
So it says records, role, and responsibility, record keeping, records, custodian, law and legal definition.
There you go, right there. Mary Jo has it in the chat, Tommy, too. If you see that one right there. Thanks, Mary Jo. All right. Same thing you're reading, Tom, I think it looks like.
Okay.
Yeah. So this person, keeper of the records, refers to a person in charge of the records for business, organizations, and government agencies that are a person to be subpoenaed for those records. Okay, just like you said. So that person is the stenographer, right?
Okay. Well, the person's responsible for like for setting up all the evidence. Like, all right, the evidence is here, the subpoenas are here, the depositions are here, the case law is here. You have a meeting at 3:00. You got to be there. It's the person who organizes and just says, this is how it goes. We need to have like a meeting first. You don't agree? Great. Then it goes to this. So that's the person who kind of like maybe sees the trial through. You need evidence presented. Let me see. Here you go. Okay. Does make sense? Like I think everything has to go through the keeper of the records, and it's just process stuff. Not they don't make a decision. I don't think they make a decision. I think they just
verify what they're doing. Is they a chain of custody?
I think so.
All right. That makes sense to me. Okay.
All right. Boy, you guys are cranking with this. When do you want to do this, Mike? You want to do this tonight? You want to do it tomorrow? I was thinking tomorrow.
Yeah,
people another day. I mean, today, we raised a lot of money for Karen. Let's raise some money for Aiden. It's only $10, people. And then you have to email the screenshot to cputom@gmail.com and you'll enter.
You just started that too, didn't you?
We've been doing it all week, raising money for Aiden.
Yeah, maybe you should do it a little longer. You know how many numbers you got?
The game Sunday.
Game is
okay.
2 tickets to the Bruins.
Is it Monday or Sunday?
Sunday is 17th, I think.
Monday is.
Monday.
Yeah, so St. Patty's Day.
Matter of fact, let me get the pictures to that.
Yeah. The seats look awesome.
Where there. Let me do this here.
Trying to get the picture of Minion of Mike.
All right.
I have a picture of you. It's awesome. What are you trying to do? Get the picture up? I have it.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the picture that the mod made.
I got it right there. I'll send it to you. Give me 1 second, people. I can't believe I called Jim McCabe this morning.
Canton Fire Department. All right. So let's do this. No, it's still on the list. Right.
What the fuck?
In the meantime, I'm gonna share this. Share. Boom. All right, Canton Fire Department. These are the people that are being called.
Yes.
Canton. Okay. Jason Becker. Never heard of him. Anthony Formetti.
He's been called. Yep.
Matthew Kelly, Katie McLaughlin, Timothy Nuttall, Francis Walsh, Daniel Whitley, Greg Woodbury.
Yeah, Woodbury was called before. Yeah, he was called before. Yep.
One of these people left Canton and went to work to Brockton.
Nuttall.
Yep.
He
works in Brockton now.
He does.
Why did he leave Canton?
You stop
They
it. That's a
seem to-
little.
They seem
that's
to
a little.
pay well, Mike.
Tommy, I keep on going back to that, like when they transported him from 34 to the hospital, the handoff. I want to know who talked to the nurse and what was said, because people are still saying it was a DV up to like 10 o'clock in the morning, 10:30. So if they said I hit him, why was it still a DV? You know, it was a glass allegedly that sort of his face.
They think she beat him up.
Right.
Yeah, threw a glass at him.
Right? Yeah. Can you believe that one, Mikey? I mean, come on, man.
She threw the car at him, is what she did. She picked it up and threw it and hit him, and she.
All his stories don't make sense.
None of it
You
does.
know,
Yeah.
a 3-point turn. I knew right off the bat you couldn't kill a guy from 3-point turn. Not on that road. At 26 miles an hour.
I know. So as soon as they figured out it was the wrong side of the fucking truck that was going to hit them,
Right.
the wrong. Yeah, they changed the story.
Yeah, because they were caught.
Man. Yes. Yeah. Remember, Matt McCabe was looked out the window. He saw what he thought to be like a letter K, a 3-point turn, and all of a sudden that got debunked because the wrong side of the truck would have hit John on the wrong side of the taillight. Oh no! We have it now backing up. Like I was like, how do you get away with that? How do you like literally get
They're getting away with everything?
I know. Like, have you ever seen anything like this in your whole life? I mean, I've never.
Never.
My first. I don't really follow trials until I got into this one. I'm just like captivated about how much bend don't break there is in the court systems. Like, that's close enough. I'm gonna let it in. Like with Colin's screenshot on his phone, the 3-point turn, you know, all this new other stuff. I hit him, and like
the best thing about it is the world is watching.
That's true,
and they see it. You can't hide this under the rug anymore.
You're
you
right.
know, if it doesn't go our way, there's going to be a lot of upset people. You know, around the world.
I agree with you, man. Do you what do you think? I'm just gonna, I won't hold you, but what do you think is gonna happen in trial 2? We run away with it. You think the defense is gonna get to sit down and really pound away on,
they're gonna have everything they got. They'll use all their friggin' witnesses this time, I believe.
They're gonna empty the clip. They're gonna use all the bullets. Use everything. Yeah, I think so. Because I was
take no hostages.
Yeah.
I think you guys are right on that.
I think why maybe you do know, but remember, like, it was Auntie Bev that really cut him short of the 6 witnesses because she wanted to go on vacation because July 1st was happening, or did they tell Bev ahead of time we're going to call 6, early on in the trial, so she scheduled around that because he called 68. Now, if the defense cross-examined 65 of them pretty much. They let Kerry Roberts off, Paul O'Keefe off, and his wife off pretty much right away. And I think, they're going to spend a little bit more time with these people, especially Bob Alisi. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Mike, what do you think of Minion? What do you think about the new attorney, Robert Alisi?
He's awesome.
Yeah.
They're all awesome. They're top notch.
Yeah.
And that's what Bev's afraid of.
Yeah, without Bettero getting in with the Pro Hoc Vice was kind of surprising, but not surprising.
I don't think we need it. I don't think we need him. It would be nice to have him, and that Karen deserves him. I mean, she deserves her counsel of her choice.
That's right.
Right. They're just blocking everything. They can, and it ain't right. She's got to go.
Millions spent, wasted on Karen's trial. Millions spent, wasted on corrupt cops. Millions spent, wasted on judge and lawyers. Millions spent and wasted on the Commonwealth Board Committee.
Yeah.
With any of that.
Yeah.
So here's the fundraiser for Aiden's Defense Fund.
Oh, you got it? Good.
It's right here. And let me show you the seats.
Oh,
so
the
you
seats
guys
are
can
sick.
see. Yeah. They're puck seats. You get pucks.
I had a dream about hockey last night. It's crazy.
Really?
Yeah. I don't play hockey. I don't know what the hell was going on, but I was playing hockey last night.
Were you playing with John Como?
No, I couldn't find my shirt. I'm skating around with my pads on. And
Oh,
someone
you were
was
thinking of John.
Thank you for
Did you
catching that
watch
one,
him
Mike.
last night?
I saw a little bit of that one. I saw a little bit of that one. I turned it on. He's too funny, man. He's so like on it. He gets it. And he played that video of the Selectman John Conley. What a joke
Yeah.
that was. John Conley. I mean, he mumbles stuff. I couldn't even understand what he was talking about. I'm like, oh my God. He's like, do you want to turn this town into a town like Wellesley, Needham, Cambridge? I'm like, yeah, why not? Those are great towns that have great school systems and the property values through the roof. Why wouldn't you want to
Right.
be like one of those, I mean, they're liberal, but I think there's more liberals in this town than you think, believe it or not. I know
Yeah.
it's a I know it's a Republican town, but I don't know, man. I think there's a lot of liberal women at home, strong, powerful liberals. Like I believe Harrington is a liberal for the most part. But anyways, good, Tommy.
What's that say?
Find out Weeks McCabe related to Kevin Weeks, Whitey Bulger, right hand man.
No comment.
I haven't. There's a possibility, but nobody's come up with any evidence yet.
Really?
It's for a fucking reason.
Yeah, right.
That where he lives in like Florida.
He lives a kid.
There you go.
He grew up. Kevin Weeks doesn't.
If he lived in
there's
Massachusetts, he'd live in Canton. I promise.
Yeah.
Right.
He the hand reaches far with him, and so that the other guy read from Salty at one point there. I have what I have. I know what I know. Whatever. We'll leave it at that.
So I got some questions, right? About
We have
Proctor,
the answers.
right? This is how it started. 38 minutes later, right? All right, I got questions about Proctor. I want to talk about Proctor, and this is how it started, right? He never went to the scene, right?
No.
Yeah. That's what he says.
Right? That's what we're told, that he never went to the crime scene? Check.
He said he did.
Yes or no?
He said he
did.
But then someone said that he was with Proctor, and I think it was Gallagher or Trooper
Tully?
Paul said. Trooper Paul said that someone had to show him where the body allegedly was. But Gallagher for sure went to 34, and Gallagher went because he wanted to make sure no one from Canton came out and had questions because he could talk to him. But he went down there with Proctor.
Right. I'm talking at the beginning here.
Oh, I have no idea.
Because people are like, I'm pretty sure you don't get fired over text. You get reprimanded.
I don't know. I would think that
he's got a union.
Yeah, he's not going to get fired over Texas. No.
So 3 meetings later, he's still going to these meetings. Why is that, Mike?
Dragging it out.
Oh, but are they really? Or is he what? Is there something we don't know about? Because it ain't about the text messages. And
no.
let's talk about what he did.
Or what he didn't do.
Well, no.
Well, he was sharing it with the public, basically.
Wait a minute.
His sister, family.
Oh,
that's against the rules.
Yeah, you're right. You're right there.
How about listen? He never went to the scene.
No, that's what was told.
There,
that was what was said. But you'll go right into Lieutenant. I can send you Lieutenant Gallagher's testimony right now. You can play it if you want. He says Proctor was with him
after the fact, though.
Yes, yes, I'll give you that.
I'm talking that, but at the beginning.
How
can he pin it on the girl? He never even been there.
He was told
His
to.
first interaction is the back of a car.
He was told to.
But he never saw the girl. All right. Nope. Well, all right. So, all right. He never went to the crime scene. But yet when did he accept the gift? Or did he get offered to accept a gift? Yes?
The day she was arraigned. The day she was arraigned.
Okay.
Arrested, yeah.
Now my other question is this, Mikey.
Okay.
Mikey.
That's you.
Yeah, that's right. That's me.
If Berkowitz and Higgins and Brian Albert were three musketeers,
Yeah.
how come Higgins had never been over Brian Albert's house before ever? How is that possible? How are they such good friends? They'd never been over each other's house?
It's called a lie.
Thank you. Thanks, Mike. I know Tom has a loaded questions for me, and I try to give him a better answer. But yeah, basically, he's just lying on the stand. That's why it's like bend don't break here in Massachusetts. Like if you get caught lying in a federal grand jury, it's 5 years, man. It's fucking 5 years.
Listen,
is that per lie?
Yeah. No, I don't know about per lie, but yeah, per testimony. But damn, man.
Listen, I was close. There was three of us before growing up that were really close. We could walk into each other's house without a problem.
Yeah.
Like there were three of us. Like there wasn't an issue. But here's another thing.
I didn't have probable cause.
Listen, Paul O'Keefe wiped out somebody drunk driving, didn't he?
Kinda.
Chris Albert wiped out somebody drunk driving, didn't he?
Yes. Kevin Albert too.
Kevin Albert wiped out somebody drunk driving, didn't he?
Yep.
Lena. They're all still driving around.
They are, dude.
Hey, how come they didn't geofence the fucking Apple phones around the house?
Because they went for Androids. On purpose. Okay.
Well, did he ever follow up and get the Apple one?
The FBI's got it all.
Yes.
But we paying Proctor.
I know. To cover it up.
Did he wish? Listen, did he wish she'd kill herself?
Yeah.
He said that to people.
Yeah.
Make this go away because she's fighting us.
It is.
That'd be the easiest thing in the world.
His goddamn sister said the same thing too.
Yeah.
You know.
Hey, he allowed Canton Police Department to destroy the crime scene.
That's right.
Yep.
He allowed that. It's his crime scene. The minute there was a death.
Yep. 8:30.
6:04 when they called 911. 6:05. It's his crime scene.
No, I believe it was when he died.
Thank you. Yep.
As soon as he died, pronounced, that's when they took over.
Yep.
No evidence logs, Mr. Proctor. Stuff thrown in the trunk.
So you're saying, Tommy, you're saying basically it's not the Texas, it's what he didn't and did do for this investigation. Because if you go to like the next investigation, which was Walsh, they geo-fenced everything. They got all the Google searches, everything. They didn't even have a body at the time, but they did everything they were supposed to do. Investigative was right. Separated everybody. They actually found the searches on the kids' iPads.
They didn't even separate the witnesses in this case. They allowed them to stay together.
Right. So
some of these witnesses they didn't even ask till 18 months later, Mike.
I know, Julie Nagel. I know.
18 months later.
Lucky Law Firm. And it was the FBI that interviewed Lucky Law Firm first.
And the only reason why he wanted to talk to Lucky to find out what he told the FBI. That's it. What you say to him. That's
exactly right.
So again, is he really getting these three meetings over text, or is it something else?
No.
What is it? Right?
Well,
what don't we know? What are we missing here?
I think you just said it all. I think we just talked about it. Because for reference, this guy that approached the other guy for some action the other day, JP, the state trooper, I'll tell you, he's not going to get fired. He's not going to get fired. He'll get, okay, you have an issue. We'll make sure you, take care of it here, and we're going to be back on. We're going to ship you to another barracks. But he's not going to get fired for solicitation.
He hangs around with Kevin Albert, Chris Albert, and Paul O'Keefe. All three people all have a drinking and driving issue.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they be friends with him?
Hey, let me ask you a question. What about the thing with Turtle Boy, you were there, Tom, out in front of D&E. They called fucking Tully. Didn't he get demoted to another position someplace else? Not even investigating Canton?
Yep.
That's right.
How can that be? You know?
He seems to be the go-to guy. Like
exactly.
He's the fixer.
Yeah.
I just sent you, Tom, in your ex. I just sent you Lieutenant Gallagher's testimony. It's like a minute something long, where he says about Proctor, and then right before this or right after this, because they don't watch each other's testimony, Proctor says he was never there. He was never there, but Gallagher puts him on the scene a day or two later, just so you have it. Okay, this is the stuff so this is the stuff they would bring up in his meeting. Okay, we have you saying that Lieutenant Gallagher is putting you there on February 1st. You were saying you've never been to the scene, we'll call it, on 34th Avenue, but Lieutenant Gallagher. So who's telling the truth here? You know, a lieutenant that's been on there for 30 years, or you, Mike, that's been up for 12 years. You know, what's going on here? You lied on the stand. That's what I think.
Michael Proctor was not at the scene. Never went to the scene.
But remember, hey, Minion, remember the scene was like different. The scene was Canton Police Department. The scene was driveway.
Boom.
The scene
there
was One Meadows. The scene was 34th Avenue. It was like, what the fuck? I don't know. Did you get it yet, Tom?
Yeah, let me just make sure.
If you want to play it or not.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Boom.
Later on that day of February 1st, where, if anywhere, did you go with respect to the crash reconstruction?
We went to 34 Fairview.
In addition to yourself and the trooper from the crash reconstruction, who, if anyone else, went with you?
Trooper Proctor was present.
And residents for a street called Fairview Road in the town of Canton?
I did.
And specifically, there was a address that you were directed to. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And who, if anyone, did you go there with?
I believe it was one of the Canton police officers, Lieutenant Paul Gallagher, I think his name was. I met him there.
Why did you go along with the troopers to that location?
Just so there was a Canton officer present. If any residents came out, I could communicate with them.
Without anything specific as to what was told to you by Lieutenant Gallagher, what was sort of the purpose of having Lieutenant Gallagher there with you at that time?
He was going to show me where basically the evidence that they have at that point was.
Now, why did you go along with the troopers to that location?
Just so there was a Canton officer present. If any residents came out, I could communicate with them.
His body was 7 feet from the roadway.
Well, wait, I was told by Lieutenant, was it Gallagher, Paul Gallagher?
I was told.
He told me this is where the body was found. So I'm.
All right.
Imagine that.
Did you hear the first part of the opening sentence? Trooper Proctor was with him.
Yeah.
You want to go back and play? He said right off the rip, guys. Who was with you? It was me and Trooper Proctor. Then Gallagher shows Trooper Paul, who was just where the body was, but he was allegedly saying that I was there just to make sure any Canton residents came out, I could answer any questions for him. Complete bullshit.
Just like that. He's now in charge.
It's so fucked up. So then you have Trooper Paul putting Gallagher there, telling him where the body is. Then you have Gallagher saying Proctor was with me, and I was there to answer questions for Canton residents. What's going on, guys? Like, what kills me, Minion and Tom, is that the jury did not pick up on this stuff. The jury did not even understand this stuff. Never brought. The
jury was stupid.
I don't know. Reasonable doubt, Mike, everywhere, all over the place. Like,
listen, we're out on the sidewalk. We can only hear so much of what's going on. Don't forget, right?
Right,
so
right.
We hear bits and pieces, but when we get home, we rely on Melanie Little to break it down, the Glera, Aiden, like we rely on these people, right? So
yeah,
you get what the day is all about, but how these people do this is ridiculous. How do
you get away with Fanning being in there?
They just so much at you. There's so much coming at you that you tend to believe what they're saying because it's so much. There's no way he can lie that much, Mike.
It was so like so. It
Right?
takes somebody to break it. Yeah, like you said, it takes somebody to break it down. And say, listen, because I'll be like, did I just hear what I thought I heard? I'll keep listening, and then someone breaks it down for you and say, oh, he did say Proctor was there, but then Proctor gets on the stand and says, I was never there. You're like, what the fuck? You're like,
they didn't get their story straight.
I know, but imagine before, like law tubers and content creators, like how much stuff if you just play along 68 witnesses and just drag your feet, how much you forget, right?
Forget, right?
Forget.
Bingo.
And then,
exactly.
And then Minion, back to your point about Fannion being in charge of the jurors that were gonna be pro Karen.
Never heard that in my life. A state trooper being in there.
All right.
That's the court officer's job.
Right.
You know?
Right. They're court officers, right?
And plus he was investigating both things. You know, he was involved in both of them. Sandra Birchmore and John O'Keefe.
Yep.
I mean, right there, you can't have that.
Right. That's bias. Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And then,
but he was never involved. He just overseen everything, the security. Yeah, come on, cut the shit. He was in there reading their freaking books. You know, he knew which ones, what they were writing down. He read them every night, I bet you. Him and Bev. Oh, yeah. You know, this one's got to go. This one's got to go.
Oh yeah.
Listen.
And then they said, and then when they said that he made up the story to get him off there on the last day, that they were at the bar. Where's all the proof of this? You know?
It was his word. It was his word to Auntie Bev that we heard.
It was hearsay.
Yeah. It was a
hearsay.
Yeah. And she said without, you know, and she was crying up there. Like, no, I didn't do any of it. What are you talking about? And then, you know, no, we're going to dismiss her.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
So I think they got the ones off the jury that got it, understood the reasonable doubt through the whole thing, and they kind of left like Ronnie the juror behind and some other people. I don't know. To me, there was so much reasonable doubt throughout the whole thing. I couldn't believe it was even on trial after all the, you know, the alley testimony. The Proctor wasn't there. He was there. It was a domestic violence in the beginning, and then it turned into a hit and run. And then then they got upcharged in June to murder 2. It was just like, what the fuck is going on? Because she wasn't going to plea out. She wasn't going to plea out in the manslaughter.
Nope.
She was going to fight it. They were like, we're going to do something now and really make her plea out. So they upgraded to murder 2. Now she'll take the manslaughter. No.
And that's why Proctor said what he said. If she killed herself, it'd be a lot easier.
Exactly.
That was damning. Those texts were so damning. If I was a juror or
Courtney said it.
Yeah.
That's a culture. That's a culture that they're breeding over there, Mike. Imagine having a young one living in that culture, growing up being taught them values.
Apples don't fall far from the tree.
No.
It's gonna be a tough road for that kid.
So that wasn't that was taught. That wasn't like I'm gonna go ahead and do this on my own. That's been going around. Those texts have been talked about. Yes. Since text messages became available, troopers in those positions have shot pictures of dead bodies, found nudes, you know, anything they want, and they laugh amongst themselves. I get it. I understand it until you get caught. They get fucked.
Yeah. But they don't get they don't get punished for nothing.
No, Garino won't find anything, you know, like they got this covered, that covered. It's like until the feds get a hold of it and say, no, we kind of got you here. You know, we got Matt McCabe.
Well, they're accident reconstructionists in 2 weeks. You know, I can take a course for 2 weeks and I'm, you know, I got my fucking little thing and, you know, now I'm an action reconstruction professional. Cut the shit, will ya?
He's got the badge, so he's happy.
Yeah, right. I think everything's got to be revamped. There's got to be term limits.
Oh, for the judges? Yes.
All of them.
Mike, what do you live up in New England, New Hampshire or somewhere up there?
Yep.
So are they appointed up there or are they voted in New Hampshire or Vermont or Maine?
I'm not really sure, but the corruption's up here just as much as it is down there. I'll tell you a story back before these cases that I was watching and following, and what's really got me going in this is a guy named Mike Gill. He was a financial advisor or something like that, but he had millions of dollars. He's been in the game for a lot of years, and he had all the corruption on the car dealerships, the people, the bankers, lawyers, judges, and he was trying to hang them all. And he brought it to the feds. The feds wouldn't even look at it.
Wow.
He brought it all the way up as far as Washington, and what they did is they got him on what do you call it? Defamation.
Really?
And they drained his account, $200 and something million. Drained his account, shut him up, and you didn't hear another thing after that. Classic what they do. People of power. They shut you up.
Yep. You're against the machine. Yep.
You are.
Yeah.
That's what we got going good for us is the way we did it, starting with these standouts and stuff, and it just grew and grew and grew. Now it's around the United States. Now it's across the lake.
Yep.
And all these people are seeing how we're doing it, and hopefully they can fight their own corruption and say, well, they fought it, depending on the outcome of this, and they can fight their own. But you can't do it one-on-one because you just mean nobody will shut you up.
Yep.
But where we got such a big crowd now that they can't stop that. They can't hide that,
Right. Yep. And we show up every single day too. I mean, you were down there more than I was during the Dedham court.
Hey, we all get down there when we can,
But you were down there more than me. I'm just gonna put it out there. But you felt the energy. You felt the momentum changing. You felt like
absolutely.
It's such a good bunch of people, like-minded people. There was no rowdiness. There was no
none.
infighting,
No trouble. No fights.
No, it was great. It was great. So
we're like a family.
Yeah, you were. Like Hank said the other day, calling us hoodlums and stuff out there,
Oh yeah.
I was like, what are you talking about, dude?
That's because it ain't on mainstream media.
Yeah. No.
People can't back it up,
I know. And thank God for Tom, someone that's actually filming it and memorializing it, that you actually see what mainstream media won't show you.
Exactly.
Right?
Yep.
So you have Tom out there walking around, and you can hear everything, see everything. There's nobody saying, "Hey, no one throwing."
Thank God for Tom showing that. He's a critical part to this.
I told him that, and he was like, in the beginning, he was like, "Nah." I'm like, Tom.
Oh yeah, you are.
Yeah, your documentary is going to be huge, dude. Huge.
Yeah.
I think part of this ID series has some of your footage in it, right? It's coming up.
Yeah.
Are they going to be able to show that
18 minutes
before the trial?
Yeah.
But
how will that affect it?
So you were just talking about the trial, right, Mike? You're an integral part of that. So when you're not there, you're definitely missed. I will tell you that right now.
Which one are you talking to?
Minion Mike.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we know. Yeah.
So just, all you've done, I mean, you're living in New Hampshire, for crying out loud. How did you even get involved with the Karen Reed? How did this come up?
Well, like I said, I was just telling you that story, and of Mike Gill up here in New Hampshire, and they shut him up.
Right.
Right after that, the Sandra Birchmore. No, actually, a very close friend of mine, family, my godchild. She was in an accident in Sharon, and there was a loss of life in the accident. And this is in 2019 that get now.
Right.
This is now 2025.
Yep.
She still hasn't been. She's been to court a bunch of times. They've dismissed it. They've moved it from Stoughton Court to Denham Court to Quincy Court, back to Denham Court. Now it's back in Quincy Court. And now they're charging her as an adult. And it's out of Norfolk County, Morrissey's office. So I'm hoping, and then after that, it went to the Sandra Birchmore. And as soon as I heard that, I knew that he killed her.
Right.
And that went by for a while. And then all of a sudden, Karen Reed. And I'm like, this is bullshit, And I had just gotten operated on in 22, I believe. And so I was laid up for 6 months and I was watching it and on TV from home. And
wow.
That's when all the stuff's coming on with Aiden and all that. And by the time they locked him up, I says, that's enough. I got to get down there. It was just killing me at home. I mean, I was stressed out, anxiety, and I that's where I went down there, and it's just crazy,
Yeah. And then you embraced, man. You got hooked in. It's like a drug. Like, it's like, yeah, I love the energy, like-minded people like myself. I want to be around.
Yeah, well, I'm hoping that with Karen Reed's turnout, and hopefully that the people go down for who's supposed to go down, that will affect my niece's thing, because it's all in the Norfolk County.
Do you know what police officers or state police officers are involved with that by chance?
I guess it was Sharon, Walpole, and some state, but I didn't recognize no names.
All right,
I'm still working on that. But I didn't really get no connections.
All right.
Yeah, I didn't see no names that connected really.
So I take it this person was a minor before 18?
17 years old.
Right, now they waited until she was 18. Now they're going to up it to an adult charge.
Well, she's 24 now. 23, 24.
So even though it happened when she was 17, they wait all these years. If she's got her birthday, now they can charge her as a legal adult with no going back in time. I'm trying to understand it. That's all.
I guess they can. I mean, there's political things in this. The girl that got killed, she didn't have no license. She was pulled over by the Sharon police the night before, and they let her go. They didn't take her plates off her car, tow her car.
That's exactly what's supposed to happen right then and there. You're Mike.
Exactly.
That's wow.
Oh,
They
She also got connections in the state house.
Ah, fuck.
So it's the same thing. We're fighting the fucking system, the machine.
Yep. Sharon's got some dough. People in Sharon got dough.
They do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
A couple of the sisters were lawyers.
Oh, fudge. Yeah.
It's all connections.
It is, bro.
They're gonna hang this girl 6 years later. She's already done her time.
Yeah, Tom and I talk about it all the time. Imagine waking up with something like that on your conscience every single day of your life for 6 years. You're right.
Yeah.
She's already done her time. She's been in purgatory in her brain.
Oh my God, yes.
Fucking years. You know what I mean?
Lost her license all that time. They still have her car, just like Karen. They still got her car and still got her phone.
Does she have to pay for it? Does she have to pay for her car?
No.
Okay.
But Karen does.
Yeah. And that's a lease.
Holy
right.
Shit. Holy
Mike,
shit.
that's a lease, Mike. And you know what?
Yep.
And what's the insurance policy on a lease, Mike? Because I know Paul knows what it is.
It's 500 to 100,000, 500,000. Yep. Or
And
million,
then
whatever.
Million. Yep.
Yep.
Next step up because it's not their
Yeah.
car.
Exactly right. Exactly right.
Wow.
Right, Paul?
Yeah, it's just
Good story, Mike. I didn't realize that. That's interesting. It's 17, and then she's 6 years later for all these motions. Just moving the courts around and like. Don't.
Yeah.
Does she have a public defendant? I mean,
yeah.
lawyer?
He's probably going to go to jail too.
You're way too educated now, Mike. You're like, I know more than you do now. All right, let me tell you something how this is gonna go. We're not going in front of that.
I'll tell you later who it is.
All right.
He's actually involved in Karen's too.
Oh my!
They're all connected.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's sad, isn't it, Mike?
It is.
Fucked up, man. Oh, thank God nothing like that ever happened in my life, man. I don't know if I could ever You know, 6 years of waking up going, oh, so what's one more day? I gotta, you know, I can't really go on with my life until I get this thing behind me and know what's gonna happen. You know what I mean?
And it's cost my buddy over 100,000
Yeah.
So
for nothing.
Minion, you've been in court and you've seen Lally work.
Oh, that's right.
What was your thoughts and opinions about being inside court?
Oh yeah.
I was sleeping when he was talking. I don't know.
It's bad. It's bad.
Yeah, I mean, I was in there with the ACA, so it was kind of short, you know, but I watched the whole trial and he put you to sleep, you know, and that's, I think, what the jury did. I mean, to be that stupid, I mean, plus they forgot a lot of stuff after all the stuff that he did, you know, bringing all those people on, you know, it just messed up their mind. They didn't remember everything. And then you can't go back to your notes. Why can't you go back to your notes? You know?
Or request transcripts from a previous testimony.
Yeah.
So a lot of lawyers that are on LawTube, like the lawyer I know from other states and stuff, are blown away at the fact that they can't get transcripts. They can't go back because I think that if you're debating,
not even allowed, Mike.
You can get them if you want to pay $177,000.
My point being, if you want to have a jury that's educated, they would ask a lot of questions. Now, if the beginning of the trial they put Proctor up and he said something, and the other juror says, "No, that's not what I heard," and you have nothing to reference it from, now it's like, okay, I'm kind of like shotgunning someone's life here. I'm gonna think that they said that, or what if I'm wrong, right? What if I did hear what I hear, but I'm not saying anything because I think it wasn't said? That just blows my mind that other states allow you to do that, and other states will call back a jury and listen to what a jury had to say and do the right thing. This archaic system we have is like, nope, we're going to deny you the right to look at any transcripts. Nope, we're not going to go back and have another jury come up. Nope, we're not going to do that. I'm just going to dismiss the trial. It's like,
that's why everything's got to be revamped.
Right.
Minion, when you were outside with the crowd, right?
Yep.
Did you ever see the jury come in or go out of that courthouse? Ever? Never, right?
No.
We
did not affect them at all.
No, we could never physically see the jury in any way. None of us. And none of us.
I'll tell you right now, Tom.
Out of their way to even look. That's kind of messes me up.
They heard us, but I'll tell you right now, Tom, if they do push us back to 500 feet, they're going to see us coming in on that bus.
There's no way around it. There's no way around
exactly.
it. They can't get in. But again, right, we didn't go out of our way to look at the jury. And for them to say the jury, you know, they're in fear of the jury or us interfering with the jury.
They're in fear of fanning. They're in fear of fanning.
But then nobody on the sidewalk, not one person that I know, even went around the back to look at the jury because nobody freaking cared.
Nope. Even right from where Karen got dropped off. Yep. I mean, we could see the top of their heads maybe, but that was about it.
But nobody cared enough.
Nobody went as far as that point.
Bingo. So there's no way that they can ever say that the jury was ever influenced or anything by the crowd.
Well, we were so radical out there. I don't know.
Well, you know, people. The people. You go to like the circus, and you have the people that walk the wire across. That's what can happen. Yeah. Get somebody to do that right along the top of the sidewalk with the little pole.
Stop it.
They want to make a circus. They want a circus.
Yeah, well, that's why the Minions down there.
Food Stamp 5 were there, so the elephants were there. Checked off that box.
Yeah, they make it sound a lot worse than it really is, because the only time it was loud, it was after a court or before when she was walking in. Those were the loudest moments, I thought. I mean,
yeah,
or lunchtime or whatever. Like, so 3 times a day, there was a little activity, a little hustle and bustle going on, you know, and there was a lot of people there, you know. So what do you expect? I I think having the buffer zone was probably a good idea in terms of safety, because if we had all those people on the stairs coming down and her getting out, it would kind of be a little bit more difficult. I don't think we need, was it 500 feet they want, or 100 feet, whatever that is.
The only time there was a lot of people was at the end of the trial.
Yeah.
Everybody wanted to get on camera.
Oh, that was
Tom, you remember this, walking through there and what happened
Couldn't get you
when they all just come in on us.
They collapsed the pocket because as Karen walks, the people that surround her try and give her at least room so she can walk. Like, people don't realize how hard it is to when you're that close together, right? And then you have the cameras that are bumping around and smashing people in the head. So by keeping a buffer that you guys do, that allows her to walk in. But the news cameras, when Mike was talking,
they're the worst problem.
They one day they just completely collapsed that pocket that we had, and
Right.
it was bad. I mean,
we had them on one side and we had the protesters on the other side.
And you know what? Can you imagine for a second just being Karen from her point of view? Like, all these cameras and everything all looks like, imagine, like, you kept them away, right? And they're decent. Everyone's getting a good shot, but then I'll have them all just come right in your face like that. Oh, I'm good with that.
Yeah.
Minion, did you ever get involved with the Gant or that guy JLR from the South that came up and was yelling shit at Karen when you guys were walking away? Remember anything? No.
Well, we were always by Karen's side because of Grant.
Yeah.
And trying to block him out. And I don't know them personally, but if they were there, I was there.
Gotcha.
And we know who belongs there, and the strange faces that come in.
Exactly. And that in itself, but we know who belongs there and who doesn't. This one
exactly.
We got an eye on. Never seen this one before. So
and it all goes to all of us, so we all know to keep an eye out for these people.
Right.
The one thing I did notice though is that some people, like, let's say Karen, Alan, and Liza would come down, and then 20 feet behind them was Yannetti and the Reeds. So it was almost like you had to do a double security, because Mr. and Mrs. Reed were getting mauled, and Yannetti and all, but they would be behind.
It all depends on the crowd. It all depends on the size of the crowd.
Right.
They've come up, gotten closer, and they stayed in a bunch. And Mr. and Mrs. Reed will stay behind at times.
Yep.
Right.
Which is good. Yeah.
But it's interesting that Nathan Reed and the Mr. and Mrs. Reed are on the witness list this time for the prosecution.
I know.
Yeah, why?
What do they got to say?
So it's not going to be able to keep them out of the courtroom, though. There's like special rights they can have after they testify, or they can be in the courtroom, like Paul O'Keefe and Aaron
exactly.
O'Keefe. Right. So after they testify,
that was supposed to be like that the first time, but what happened? They let them in at the end.
I'm glad Nathan's gonna get on the stand. That way he can absolutely just destroy him and show the world what a brother who loves his sister is all about. Because that's what Nathan.
I don't think they call him. They put him on there to keep the gag order in place,
so he can just shut him up.
Right.
Isn't that, huh? Same with Aiden.
They did it with so the leak.
How can Aiden do his show if they've had the freaking order on him?
That's right, brother.
Well, Lizzie Proctor and them are out doing interviews and shit now.
Imagine,
they're
calling people.
Yeah, right. Wait till the defense comes out. If they're on there, then they're gonna shut up.
That's right. You're absolutely right. So that's why, so the only one that can talk is really Karen. She has a right to speak whatever she wants. Yeah. So, but she can't talk to Turtle Boy anymore.
Mike, you're next.
She won't be talking.
After this interview, I think she's done. Yeah. After this, I mean, after this ID, which was filmed, I don't know, months ago.
I heard they were supposed to cut stuff out of it or something because of this order. I don't know how true that is.
Well, I don't. You're probably right, because they might have Jackson or Yannetti talking on there who can't talk. You're right. Like, that's good. That's a good point. I didn't think of that. Maybe they had to readjust it. You're right. I know it's a three-night miniseries, but I'm not quite sure. I know a lot of the sidewalk stuff Tom has is on there.
Yeah.
So Mike, you're gonna probably be on there. Did you get a manager yet?
No. I'm just a minion.
I have, Mike, I have you with a picture. You're on Channel 5 News, and under your name it says David Yannetti.
Yannetti. I seen
No,
that.
really?
Yeah.
I have it. If you want it, I have it. You get a frame.
I have it too. I've got it.
That was beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's so fucking good right now.
I had the
Maybe
hot glasses on.
And then they have you going on film. They have you at Blair will be talking. They'll have you in film going up to you when you're going inside. You have this big briefcase. You're all prepared. Like, yeah, go, Mikey, go. Remember you walk up the stairs and go to court that day. You were all, but you were still in your Minion outfit, weren't you, when you went into court?
No, I was dressed up that day.
All right.
No, I know what you're talking about. No, I was carrying Karen's bag up to the top.
All right, that's what it was. Okay. All right.
And they told me I couldn't do that no more. I had to stop at the bottom.
Are you serious? Did you
Yeah.
see the bag? Don't pick up Bob Alisi's bag. I'm telling you, that thing's huge. You see the size of the bag?
Oh, yeah. All that paper in there, that's got some weight to it.
Will, did you see that, Will? Will,
Hey, Will, how you doing, buddy?
I don't know if Will saw this.
So that's interesting that they're only talking. That's a good point. So if someone talks to Will, like let's just use Karen. If Karen talks to Will can report back like a Dr. Turtleboy, like Aiden could. You know what I mean? If Aiden's on the prosecution's list, from what I know, today it could change. Who knows? He can't talk. And that was done on purpose.
Dude, he's got to be able to talk.
Imagine
Will could come down and get a press pass and go in there and do it himself. How's that?
I'm not sure Will's going to come back anytime soon. Maybe let
well, I mean, anybody can do it.
Yeah.
Anybody can do it. Tom, you could do it. But you like the outside.
I told Tom to get one. I've been telling him for like 8 months now. He won't do it. He likes the outside, Mike. Yeah.
Outside, man. The people out there are the bomb. Where's that? I can't find this stupid thing now. Killing me. So there it is. Save image as. It won't let me save it, will it?
Yeah, so Karen Reed just appealed the habeas in the federal court from yesterday. She just appealed that today. So
yes, she should.
She's climbing the ladder. Yep. That just came out.
I don't see this starting April 1st.
I said the same thing, Mike. I said the same thing. I don't know how they're going to do it, but we'll see what happens. Maybe a week later or two, but I don't see the first. That's tough.
Yeah.
Man. That's tough. But
well, Deb will give him 15 minutes,
I hope
have him flying on the red eye.
Right? We can do this by Zoom, Mr. Jackson. What?
Yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about, Bev? Like,
I'm going to be defending myself, and you want me to do it by Zoom?
Right. I mean, who says that? She drives me crazy. She really does. Like, I like some of the things she says, and then to make them stand up like they're in like young school and say, "You promise you won't ever do that again." Say it each
right.
now.
Yeah. Go over to the chalkboard and write that 100 times.
Bingo. Waiting for that to happen.
Yeah.
I was like, am I watching this right now? Is this really what I'm seeing on Superior Court right now? Judge Canoni just flexing on these guys right now? Fucking man. Fucking A, dude.
I'm not sure that the glare.
What's the matter with Will?
I don't know if you've seen the picture. This is for him. Does he like the picture?
What is it? It's Grant, man. It's not you, dude.
It's Grant with his wife.
What if I was for real? You're all. It's Grant with his new girlfriend. Oh my god. Holy shit! I know people with AI today. You be careful, man. Oh man.
I'm a boomer. I don't know how to use that.
Wait till you see what's coming out. You got to find out about the Colleen Fanning business side they had going on.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that for a second.
Oh god.
Isn't that convenient?
Mike, what was that thing I read? As long as she can do it, as long as she doesn't interfere with her work at the Norfolk County District Attorney's Office. What's up with that?
So
who
our
signed
guy,
that friggin' thing?
they made it up, dude.
Of course they did.
Colleen and John Fanning have a company, a data extraction
Data
company,
extraction experts.
right? So they're allowed to do this through the state as long as they don't do it on state hours as they're punched in on the clock, so to speak. So they're supposed to do it after work. Who's watching them? Who's
Right.
Nobody.
right? You know, see what I'm saying, Mike? It's a hack. It's just a fucking another state hack where, yeah, here are the outlines, but no one's gonna check you. Just wink, wink, and just do what you guys gotta do on the side.
Who's not going to believe a state police officer?
Can you imagine the kickbacks they're getting back for that?
Mike,
Mike,
how much
Mike,
money have they funneled to that company? Millions of dollars, I'm sure. I'm sure that there's been millions of dollars sent to that.
Oh
freaking
yeah.
company.
Can you cut that film for me? I'll give you 100,000. You know, how hard is that?
You're absolutely right, Mike.
Just erase me hitting that person.
Yeah.
Run. They don't know what happened. It didn't catch it on
Yep.
camera.
We don't have it on film. I'm sorry, guys.
Imagine
You know,
that.
It's corruption at its finest.
So they actually have a case law. It's the Fahey case where back in 2015, this guy
They got
allegedly,
caught.
Yep, the guy
Yep.
allegedly stepped on another guy's head. It didn't happen that way, but they made the film look that way, and they actually got caught and had a.
Was that the one in the bar room?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. Yep.
Both guys were drunk. Guy sucker punched him, knocked him out, but then he went and allegedly kicked him in the head. He died like 11 days later. Well, they made it seem like he died. It made it seem like a lot worse than it was, and they got caught. They got caught fucking
Right.
around, and the case got thrown out for extra prosecutional.
They
I
found
forget
that
the actual,
they actually altered the video and
That's what it
presented
was.
it as evidence.
and that
Yep.
was Colleen's company. That was Colleen.
Yep.
Fannin's, yeah. So here you are, you're caught, and you got no repercussions at all. That you actually just got caught doing something. But yeah, keep going. We need you guys. We need you to do some more. But how can that ever be trusted again? If people knew what we know today, that okay, that company did it, that's a red flag for me. If you're an attorney, right? Look at what he's doing for Turk, the doctor right now in Dover. He wants all of Proctor's records. What's the guy's name? He's the lawyer for Jen McCabe too. He's the old guy.
Reddington?
Oh, thank you. Yes.
Reddington.
He's Turk, the doctor's lawyer. He's like, I want all of the records that Proctor had. I want to know if he looked for dudes in my client's phone.
Yep.
I want to know
Yep.
what kind of, because he was the lead investigator on that one. So it's like, remember that Fixing a Drug Scandal
Yep.
documentary? Like how
Yep.
she just said it was coke or was heroin or whatever it was. You're kinda
Dugan?
going back. Yes. She was unchecked in a state-run lab that nobody was there. Kind of like what Colleen and Fanny are doing. They can say, okay, whatever you want, goes up to the highest bidder. So
Yep.
if the town of Hull wants us to do a film extraction of a bank that a car drove by at a certain time, yeah, we can change that.
That's
So the car was
that bothers me right there.
Yeah, and then that's the kicker right there, Mike, is that the company the day after or the same day Karen was arrested, they dissolved the company and then started it up 2 weeks later under a different name. Because it's
Yeah, there's another character in there too. I forget his name.
Whitfield. or something
Whitfield.
like that.
Yes.
Yep.
It's just like you talk about the shade, just you dealing with a family member and sharing and stuff. Like, imagine what we don't know. Like how
Yep.
much?
Oh yeah.
How long has this been going on? And once they
This
found
has
out
been
that
going
video-
on for years, Mike.
right?
Yeah, since I was a kid, the courts have been corrupt.
I
You know,
would-
and
I would-
it goes way before that.
It's all who you know, right? Back in the day, like
Exactly. And you had to pay them money.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, the judges.
Or you pay the
You don't-
attorney that gives the most money back to the DA.
Exactly. Yep. And you don't think these judges are paying Maura Healey to get on the bench? Of course they are.
So
Read
I'm
all
just-
the donations.
I know, and that is a fact.
they got to kick back a governor to be a judge.
Yep.
Holy shit. Because you're
Look at the
appointed for
favors
life.
that judge will give down to the governor.
Well,
Yeah.
Patrick put
And
Governor
Baker
Duval
had that
Patrick-
power, Mike.
Yeah,
They all
Governor Duval put Bev in, but Baker had the power. Yeah, of course.
Southern New Hampshire would love to go down in the time
With my
See, look in the carpool, Mike.
schedule.
Bring another supporter with you. Stop and
Oh,
grab
they
her
want
on the way down.
you get a side passenger now, Mikey, if you want to hook up with
Is
her.
there? That's co-pilot.
If timing is right with my work. What's her name?
E1.
E1.
E1?
E1.
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
where
I mean,
I know.
Southern New Hampshire, I believe.
but
Are you married, Mike? Are you married?
No, I'm single.
Oh,
a lot of that going around.
Yeah. Well,
hello.
that's why I'm always smiling.
There you go. All right. Mike,
You single guys. I'm telling you, man. You too.
Mike,
Well,
do you think
good.
Karen? Do you think Karen has a good week next week?
I don't know. Going up against Bev, I think she's going to deny a lot of stuff. Tell you the truth. You know, a lot of those motions.
Mike,
And that's going to be a thing. What motions? As soon as she denies them, we're going to know, which one she denies. She
Mike,
won't let in,
What do you think about Karen Reed next week? Good week, bad week?
I say this every time. The law says it's going to be a good week. The way I read the law and how it should go. If you're not a medical doctor, you shouldn't be allowed to testify as an expert witness. Well, they let one in, a dog bite expert allegedly for the prosecution, because that was Ben's big thing. You're not a medical doctor, don't even try. I'm not going to volunteer you. Right?
I remember that.
Daughter hearing and all this other stuff.
Yep.
That changed quick.
It changed real quick. And then you can object without giving a reason. So Lally could just stay up there and object, say argumentative, leading, whatever it might be. Well, we have film of her actually asking the reason why their people are objecting with, in her courtroom. But she just made that up and said, you can object here without a reason. So Lally didn't have to give a reason last time around and say objection and, argumentative or, leading, whatever to the witness, but he didn't have to give a reason. He could just object to anything that one of his clients was getting crossed on, like say Alan McKee's getting crossed and Jackson has her pinned, can you answer that a different way? And all you saw was the witness look towards Lally, right? And look for help. And Lally would just stand up and object. And the bed would go, okay, can you ask it a different way? Can we just move on, Mr. Jackson? I'm just like, what do you mean? You have a loaded gun. You got a question you want to ask her. You have her in the right place, the right time. Now you want to change the question?
She's going to keep her mouth shut and stop interrupting. She's trying to throw them off their game all the time.
Exactly.
All the time.
Yep.
Even when Yanetti's giving his explanation why he's being slandered by the prosecution, she's like, Mr. Yanetti, we don't need the demonstration of the theatrics here in the courtroom. Like, you're talking about the guy's reputation. You call him a liar in open court. You're not going to give him the right to say what he wants to say.
Yeah.
Okay, he's on national TV. Yeah. I mean, there was one time when Jackson said, Mr. Lally's not even sitting down. I haven't even asked the question yet. He was objecting.
Yeah, right.
You're standing up waiting for the next, because Allie was in trouble or whoever was in trouble. And then you just get them looking over at Lally, just waiting. When that was like the sign, like when you're in trouble, you don't get the answer. Just look over at me and I'll object.
Right.
It was pretty obvious.
Yeah, there you go.
So to answer your question, Tom, circle back to the question.
Good week, bad week.
I think she's going to have a good week in her head mentally going to this, thinking the right way.
Right.
But I think anything's on the table. I think anything can happen.
Yeah.
I can't tell you which way she's going to rule. I thought the Supreme Court on this habeas was going to be a little bit different. They kicked it right out.
Right. Right.
You know,
That kind of threw me for a loop. But they said something that's it's allowable. You can go to Supreme Court.
They're going up one more. They're going to go all the way to Washington. Yeah, they're going to go all the way to Washington.
Woof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, if anybody knows, if you know anyone, you'll make a phone call. If you know a guy.
Let me call Donald. I'll give Donald a call this afternoon.
How much does it cost to fix this in Washington, D.C.? How much?
It's about the AG then, Bondi.
Yeah.
How
do we get to her?
Yeah.
Hey, listen to us, please, Pam Bondi. Please, Pam Bondi, listen to us. We need help.
You and Leah Foley.
Yeah, Leah Foley.
It's bad down here. I promise you. The stories we can tell you. Oh, by the way,
they know all about it.
You know what pisses me off about Proctor?
They have to.
Listen,
What?
he's freaking Mike. The dude's a fucking amateur, Mike. He couldn't even get this into a friggin' murder trial. It was a hit and run. Remember, he tried to convince the friggin' medical examiner
Oh yeah.
in
Yeah.
front of all his buddies, and they're all
Check.
talking. I could have got
Yep.
that. I could have got you charged for this. You're an amateur. So you know what? I'm disappointed that he's not refined enough to make the outcome be whatever he wants it to be with the medical examiner, because that in itself was unacceptable.
Well,
They
it's
need
still
to be looked
undetermined.
at
Still
also.
undetermined. It's undetermined. But they're trying to block. Hank
Everything.
Brennan is he's trying to block the fact that it's undetermined, that she can't
Yeah.
testify and say that's undetermined. What the fuck is going? We're in an upside down world. Like, have you ever
Pam
heard
Bondi.
of?
Well,
I know,
that's what he's trying to block all this stuff. That's what they should know. That's how we're
Right.
gonna know.
Right, right.
Tuesday what she blocks out.
Right. Right.
The DA's got to burn her email, guys.
She's
Yeah.
a banana.
The DA.
So that's
All the
why-
cops got burners.
Yeah.
All the cops got burners.
Yep. You're right.
That's
they
why
do.
the FBI. I'll tell you right now, when they were investigating the Sandra Birchmore, and they were listening, and as soon as the Karen Reed one started, they have every footstep of everyone in that house.
Yep.
They have
Oh.
they have everything.
It was the same
I'm telling you.
Same players. So once one tripped
Yeah.
the wire, they leg tripped the wire and something, right? They already had him up in the Birchmore, but trips the wire on the Reed case. They start going bang, 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 right down the line. They got it all. You're right, Mikey. They
Right.
got it all, dude. That's why it was
Yep.
3,400 pages of TUI that was exculpatory evidence. But then, what's her face read it over the weekend and said, "Your Honor, 90% of this stuff is prosecution favoring." I'm like, "What are you talking about, girl?" And then it said, "Oh, okay, we're just gonna keep going forward." That's what Mikey's got, big balls. Mikey Meatball. He's got big balls. Go ahead, just try this thing and try to get something on Karen where he can make this thing go away. That's why they wanted something on her. They wanted that hit and run so that, okay, we got what we wanted. It's all going to go away now. The last thing they wanted was a mistrial, another trial to go back and get another bite of the apple. Is going to be huge. This is going to be.
He killed someone too. Didn't he kill someone on the expressway, eating his pizza and choking on it?
He drunk.
I know he was in an accident, but he was drunk, and I think they covered that up.
Kevin.
Oh, definitely.
Kevin
He
Albert,
definitely was
Chris
drunk.
Albert, Apollo Keefe. Which one are you talking about?
Oh, I'm talking about Meatball Morrissey.
Oh, so there's the fourth one.
Oh yeah, don't forget Jim the clerk too. Got caught drunk driving.
Jim.
Yeah.
The clerk
Jim,
didn't get caught.
Jim.
Yeah.
Jim.
Hey, drunk driving's bad, but some people are drunks and drive every day. But some people make a bad decision. They drink too much one night and they get in the car. I've seen that happen.
Some people only have 3 beers and they get caught.
Right, right.
Yeah.
They just make the limit.
Yeah. I knew a guy from work, and he was like a really hard work, but he worked late night there doing all the computer stuff. And, he drove home after a couple of beers, like 2-3 beers, whatever. And the stadium was all up at his grill. Like, what are you doing out at 1 a.m? And like, have been drinking. They didn't get him, but he was still horrified that they really wanted him. Like, but he got let go, but still, it's like, holy Jesus, but he had 2 beers at work, but he's there by himself doing stuff, I'm like, holy shit.
That's all it takes.
Yeah. Well, and it's not too easy to blow 0.8 anymore. Like, really, that's not too hard to do.
I'll give you a little tip. When they got you going to the station, cough as much as you can in the back seat. Cough as much as that alcohol you can.
Cough?
I did it. I had 10 beers within an hour, and I beat it.
And he coughed and coughed and coughed and coughed. And
I was coughing and coughing. Guy says, "You all right?" I say, "I smoke a lot." But it ended up working. Plus, I was watching the meter too. As soon as I get up to 7, I'd go, I got no more, And the guy drove me back to my car.
Wow.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I drove a guy home once when I got him. I pulled he had a CDL, so I could ruin this guy's whole entire life with one freaking ticket. So I said,
Right.
an option.
My father was driven home a couple of times, like
Yeah.
escorted home. They just make sure they saw him pull in the driveway, and they just
They
go
just
right
That
back.
was the
out.
old days, though.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's the old days.
70s were like that, man. It was awesome.
70s, early 80s.
I used to be driving the car on my dad's lap and get pulled over.
Yeah.
My dad's come back to my uncle's house. My dad's half in the bag. It's like 9 o'clock at night. I'm driving the car, and they just can you just make it back to your street and we'll follow you. Yeah,
You're
no
making
problem.
me thirsty now. I want a friggin' beer.
You know, that's how they roll.
It's
How they
Friday.
roll.
What time is it?
You know?
10:30. It's okay.
Tom, you don't drink.
12 o'clock someplace.
Yep.
Stop it, you two.
Man. All right, guys, girls, ladies, gentlemen. It's been
All
an
right.
absolutely wonderful show yet again. I was
And
gonna
you don't
come
know-
on tomorrow and do the wheel. The wheel.
All right. The wheel.
The whale.
Do you want to go over the contributions or no?
Yeah, we can do that.
Listen, before you do that, I want to thank you guys for having me on. All your mods in your chat, they're wonderful. They do an excellent job for you, Tommy.
They do. Job.
Yeah, they do. And I'll see you guys all on Tuesday.
All right, my
you
friend.
come back on, Minion, will you?
Oh,
Can you
yeah,
come back
anytime.
on?
Yeah,
All right,
I got
man,
no problem with that.
Awesome.
Enjoy the day,
I know
my
you've
friend.
been asking a long time, Mike, to get me on.
Yeah.
I know. I have. I did.
Check.
So we got you on.
Yep.
Check that box off. So good. Come up with some more good stories, though. I love your stories. They're good, man. You got good stories.
We got plenty, though. Trust me on that.
And we get free Karen reads the free, right? We got to keep going.
Free Karen Reed,
Yep.
John
going,
O'Keefe,
Yep.
Justin
Sandra.
Root, Sandra Birchmore,
Yep.
Enrique.
Yeah, Enrique.
You got it down, brother. You got it down, man. Stop the corruption.
Yeah.
Yep.
And if we can see it as laymen's, it's how can they not see it? How can
Exactly.
they? And if we are sitting here talking about it on a Friday morning, it's so fucking obvious. Why can't they just see the obvious and be like, guys,
Well, a lot ain't put out on the media, Mike.
Yeah. Mainstream
Everything's
media,
blocked off on the media.
yeah, you're right.
I'd rather watch YouTube news than regular media.
Yeah.
You know, you know it. How many interviews have we done at the courthouse? And they clip this little piece.
Yeah.
You know, they don't give my point to go out in the public. You know,
yes,
it's just crazy.
They'd love to see a fight happen, or they'd love to see some pushing happen. That kind of shit sells, right? I see what you're saying.
Oh yeah.
But I think the tide is turning with mainstream media. That we're in the beginning of it. I think you can see in the next 10 years, you're going to see the flip happen, where people aren't going to. All right, and like we're like the OGs of it right now, and we'll be sitting on that deck. I remember the day back when we were using YouTube and blah 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 blah. You know, rocking our chairs, and the kids. That's all they know. Like the kids today, you ask them, "Hey, do you know what that thing is on the wall? It's a phone." They're like, "No, I've never seen one of those before." Have you ever seen a payphone before? No, I've never seen a payphone before.
It's like when the electric typewriter come in.
right.
You know,
it just goes away, right? That's what's going to happen in mainstream media. I think mainstream media will stop buying YouTube channels like Fox 25 did and try to.
Oh yeah, they're going to try to own them all.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
right.
and have control of it.
Information. It's news.
Yep. Knowledge is power, dude. Knowledge is power. Now you control the media. Before then, it was the newspapers. Whoever controlled the newspapers ran the gamut. They ran the towns because they could put whatever narrative they want out there. You're right.
Bingo.
Yes,
sir.
Look, Boston Globe. That Henry owns that. You know,
owns the Red Sox. You know, he owns the Red Sox. The Globe. You never see a bad article about the Red Sox in the Globe.
Oh hell no.
No.
You never.
No.
They put what they want in there. What they're told to put on there.
That's right. Well, you know what? We can too. That's what's cool about YouTube. That's what's cool.
But we put the truth out.
Exactly. Or, you know, we discuss the truth, or we think of what's going to happen next, and we talk about scenarios that people won't talk about on regular channels, and have a dialogue about it for people that have actually been there in the courtroom, talk to people on the sidewalks, talk to the actual people that are involved with it too, not just a clip of David Yannetti walking down the steps and saying something.
Right.
3 seconds, 30 seconds. We have Tom out there for 8 hours. What do you want to know?
Right.
It's all right here. What do you want to know?
Bingo.
Mike was there. Mike was inside the courtroom. Tom was inside the courtroom. That's fucking real life shit. That's what people want. They don't want
Yeah.
they don't want this filtered soundbite of what they think, what's going to happen and push a narrative that their bosses want. No one's paying me. I'm not getting
Right.
paid. This is how I feel. Because I really feel there's no justice for John O'Keefe unless we free Karen Reed.
Bingo.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yep.
That's if Karen Reed is found guilty for some weird reason, there is no justice for John O'Keefe. Because we all know she did
There'll
not
be an
do it.
uprising. I think there's going to be an uprising if she is found guilty.
Oh
That's
my
what we had
God!
to-
Can you imagine?
Well, Boston Tea
Yeah.
Party, man. It all started here.
Well, that's when the feds got to come in.
Yeah.
I know. We keep on
They're
saying
just waiting for this to end, and they can come in because they can't come in right now. As soon as that verdict, they can come in, but they have to do it before they try to retry her. That's why they did it the last time. Right after, we're going to retry her.
I wonder if
You
the
know?
Tuies are going to be available now.
who?
The Tui.
Oh,
You know
So that's-
Tui, don't you?
yes, Patui. Tuck
Patui.
Patui.
Hot
Spit on
Tui.
that thing. Spit on that thing. That's Bev. That's Bev saying, hey, his exculpatory evidence. She's like, fuck you. I'm not letting it in. No,
Right.
not gonna allow the word FBI, grand. You're not gonna tell grand juries. You're not gonna know any of that shit here. That handicapped the defense a lot, a ton.
Exactly.
Yeah, it did.
If you were to say to a jury the Acker guys were hired by the FBI and not by an insurance company or by Hayden, how much more different that would be to a jury's mind.
Totally.
They didn't even
Yep.
bring that up in the jury deliberation that Acker was. They thought it was hired by Karen's insurance company.
Why does she get to choose that?
That's her fucking courtroom, dude.
I
She
know
runs the
that. But
show. She's
That's
it.
what she's the gatekeeper of all of the information. That's why it's very appealable. This whole verdict, if it goes the wrong way, is very appealable. She can appeal right away.
definitely.
But still just goes on and on and on and on. Like your friend that's 6 years now, haven't done nothing. Imagine doing 6 years of this shit. Imagine
Oh,
having
yeah.
this over you. Well,
Look at Karen. It's 3 years.
I know.
And the thing though, Mike, is when Karen gets out of the car, she sees you, she sees familiar faces, and she
Oh,
knows.
yeah. She's
she
always got a
knows
smile
she
on her
has-
face.
because she knows she's got the support, Mike. Come around
Yep.
that turn, you see all them people out front, Scott McGinnis, you. I mean, it must be some sort of friendly, nice reassurance.
A little bit of relief. Yeah.
Even just a little bit. I think you guys do a great job at that. And again, I try and get the
You're
news
out there
to
too,
you
Tom.
guys,
You're out there.
as it is. A lot of other people are too. So, but
Exactly.
if Mr. Reed's gonna say something, I want you guys to hear every single thing that he says. I don't want to
Yep.
influence it in any way.
I talk about
Right.
that all the time. Last week or a week and a half ago, he had a great thing about being a two-party state. You
Yep.
taped it. All the cameras were around, but no one played it on the news. But you got
Of
it, Tom.
course.
Imagine
And then
that.
we have. Hey, don't forget, guys. We still have Turtle Boy being arraigned next week.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a whole
Monday.
nother
It's
situation.
Tuesday.
And
Right?
and
It's
if you
Stone.
want, you gotta donate to Aiden $10, and we're gonna put you into an entry to win some Bruins tickets.
Yes.
Nice seats too.
Yes. So I heard that he was talking about his lawyer trying to get the date pushed with Cosgrove or whoever it is, so
Okay.
it doesn't overlap the two and stuff. But I don't know where he's at with that stuff. We'll figure it out.
That would have to
So,
happen
Bill-
today, wouldn't it?
I would think so. Yeah, Mike. Yeah. So there we go. We got some donos going.
Yeah, look
Yes.
at this is pretty badass, Mike.
Cool.
right?
Look at that. 20 bucks in.
4 entries there.
Wow.
And that did 2 entries, right?
Nice. Yeah.
Quincy got an entry. Jane Phillips. Jen, $50, Mike.
That's 5. So that's 5 chances, right?
Bingo, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Let freedom ring. I
Boom.
love it.
Do you know how
Nice
many
stuff.
entries you got about, Tom?
I don't. I haven't put them all together. They're just like this, though. 20, 10, 20, 10, 10, 10, 20, 20, 30, 20, 20. A lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
Good.
That's cool. That's awesome,
So
man.
makes me happy that you guys are really and there's one from the Young Jerks. Look at this guy. Look at
Nice.
this.
Sure. Yeah. Nice, man.
And this
Cool.
is only a day ago, bud. We're gonna go back
Right.
a week. We've been doing this a week. There's oh
Oh, Jesus Christ.
man, she's crazy, huh?
She's good, man.
What was it? I missed.
Nan donated $300.
Oh, nice. Thank you,
Looking,
Nan.
it's like
Yeah.
10, 40, 25, 30, 100.
Yeah.
Oh, she's so good. But yeah, we're gonna
She
go.
is.
She's
I
awesome,
asked
man.
everybody that donated to send a screenshot to my email.
The
There's
Cash
two,
App ones. Yeah. Okay.
and put your name in.
Yeah.
CPUTOM@gmail.
So,
Yeah,
is it March?
I'm-
Is it March 18th for Turtle Boy? Okay, 17th. Okay, 18th would be
18th.
Yeah, both the same
Monday.
day.
Yeah.
Monday.
Okay. All right.
Tuesday.
So
Tuesday.
do we
Tuesday. Yeah.
do the drawing tonight on a Friday, Mike, or do we do the drawing on tomorrow?
Well, the game is Monday, right?
Yes.
I say you do it tomorrow. You get all day today to donate. It's Friday. It's payday. You know what I mean? I think you get it ready to donate today. It's only
Okay.
$10, and then you're gonna have a $500 night experience for $10.
I hope.
Easy. Yeah.
I hope.
Yeah. I don't know who they're playing. Do you? Do you have the? I forget who they're playing.
I don't know.
Doesn't really matter, really.
No, it's gonna be a good night.
Yeah, it's a good time. Good time. And you're staying at the Four Seasons Hotel afterwards, right, Tom? What else? You get
Absolutely. Yeah.
Smith and Walensky before.
I'll post my room.
And
you
you might
guys-
think, what's the donation? What's the donation?
Come on up, hang out in the room. Hang out.
You're in the, I get to meet the Bruins afterwards in the locker room, shower
Yep.
with them if you want.
All
You
that
can
good
hang out with
stuff.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Stop it. Anyway. Anyways, all right. We're gonna wrap it up.
Yes, sir.
All right.
All right, gentlemen. Thanks for having me on. Peace out.
All right.
Listen,
Talk
Mike,
to you.
thank you
Take
for all
care,
you do,
Reed.
big friend. Listen, Mike, thank you, big dude. Appreciate
No
it.
problem.
See you next week, man.
No problem, guys.
All right, pal.
Be safe.
Don't
Get better.
forget my wrench.
Working
You
on
want
it.
one? Yeah, all right.
All right,
Later,
guys.
Mikey.
All
Talk
right,
to you, my friend.
man. All right.
Oh,
he's a good shit.
man. Ain't
Yeah.
that something?
Yeah.
So
he's
this
funny.
is pretty awesome. Got some really nice comments that you guys have made on Aiden's site there for donating, which is pretty awesome. Like that. So
Yes.
what we'll do is tomorrow we'll get all the names together. We'll get them in the wheel, right? And then we'll double check all the names.
And they're
and I'll
playing
draw-
they're playing the Sabres.
The Sabres. Okay. I'm
Bu-
gonna
Buffalo,
draw 3 names, Mike. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So if the first person can't go, we have a backup.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
And if
All
the
right.
second person can't go, we have a backup.
All right.
Make sense?
I gotcha. All right.
So
All right. So I'm gonna tell you how much the tickets are approximately.
$10 each.
No. If you were to go to the game, right?
Yep.
And try to get tickets, they're actually selling fast for the 17th, guys. So
These are great
will be-
seats too, man.
2 tickets continue. So they're $138 a piece right now. If the section 11 is right around there. No, excuse me, 160 a piece. All right. So for $10, you're getting over $300 worth of tickets and a Bruins experience and a Seeking Justice, 2 Seeking Justice sweatshirts. Right.
With the Bruins logo on it.
All right. So do you have a time? We want to do it Saturday morning? Are we going to come on and do something Saturday morning? It's up to
can
you.
do it. Yeah.
You can do whatever you want. You
Whatever.
can do whatever you want. All right.
We'll figure,
It should be-
we'll figure something out. We can actually record it. We can do it, Mike, and record it and then just
Yeah.
let it play. Or do it live, which I think we could do it live and record
Yeah.
and just replay that over. So but yeah, $10, guys, get it in. Gotta come on, gotta be quick with this. Put the donation into Aiden Defense Fund.
Yep.
Take a screenshot, send it to cputom@gmail.com, and then go from there.
All right, man. I
think,
hope we
let's
raise
see,
some money.
We
Yeah,
raise money
yeah.
for Karen, right?
Yeah.
Doing pizza, and this week's for Aiden.
Yeah.
We didn't do
Yeah.
pizza this week though.
I know. I wasn't going to say anything. I was kind of
Yeah.
disappointed, but
Maybe next
Yeah.
week. Next week we'll figure out a place. Maybe go back to Deanne's or something.
well, Tom, last
Somewhere
week
else.
you dropped some pizzas off at the Registry of Deeds, didn't you?
Yeah, Dedham House of Pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right up the street.
That's good, man. They should comp you there, Tom.
I know the owner. The owner's a great guy, as a matter of fact. He tried to give me food, and I didn't take it.
I'm trying to think, like, how much more business just the local businesses picked up there, just the pizza place
dude,
alone.
Listen, the diner's making money. I mean, you walk in, there's 30
The
Karen
bre-
Reed people all of a sudden,
The breakfast place, Nan raved about it. She's like, that was like some of the best breakfast I've ever had. I'm like,
And
oh,
then
wow.
we get lunch right across the street. The Dedham
Right.
House of Pizza. Any
Yeah.
type of sub you want there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Never go hungry in Dedham, I'll tell you that much.
Well, I'm just saying how much money the trials brought just to the local economy down there.
To stimulate the economy. Like even the gas, the fuel people burn in their cars. The gas station right there, right?
Yeah.
So
was it hard to book Minion Mike? Man, I know he's busy with the schedule and stuff. I mean, that's a real good find right there to get him on.
Yeah. Yep.
He's
Finally
good.
got him on.
He's real. He talks like it's real, like, like escorting the people down. I didn't want anybody to get in trouble. The the food stamp 5, and he's actually been in the courtroom. I forgot that he actually. I remember the day he was walking up in his Minion suit with Karen's bag. That was funny. I thought he was actually going into the courtroom that day. I was like, holy shit, he's gonna go into the Minion outfit. And then to be in Stoughton, once Mello called us Minions, he was all over it.
Yep, no doubt.
I think guys that make fun of themselves, like he took it to heart. Like, all right, that's going to be my thing. I love it. I love it.
It was the way it worked out. I mean, again, we're blessed. The way that worked out couldn't have been any better. I mean, he's the perfect person,
Right. And like the perfect attitude. Like, yeah, look at me. I'm funny. That's good. We had judges out there that dressed up like Bev. I don't do Bev.
Yep.
Minion Mike. There's no other Minion Mike. He's the only one.
He's
the only one. He's the only one that can do it.
Yeah.
So I wish him the best, man. I hope he gets down here a lot. I hope he gets down here a lot during the trial. I really do. So he's going to be there Tuesday anyway. So make sure you get to say hi to him.
No doubt.
But all right, man. Let me let you go. You want to go over the contributions?
We just ran through it, but I can do it again if you want.
No. On the ones on our chat.
Oh, yeah. All right, we have Minion Mike for Selectmen, Spotted Fool Productions. Here we go. Sandy and Nana. Sally put video should be stopped. The trial. It's right.
Yep.
Just this fact of the Sally put was submitted as evidence. I agree, 100%. But yet here we are.
Let's talk about that. Chief Rafferty is on the prosecution's list.
Yep. Imagine that.
Imagine that. Meatball Morrissey on the prosecution's list. On the prosecutions. Okay. Next. Sorry.
I mean, Mike, that's huge. He's a district attorney, man.
Right.
May the force, Bawawa, be with you. Become a YouTube member.
All right, thank you, man.
Thanks for being a member. Minion Mike, I'm gonna tell them. There you go. We know that one.
Yeah, she's gonna come down. Minion Mike, we already did that one.
Yep. Carpool. Let's get a bunch of people jump in.
All right, man.
You guys have been great, wonderful, and
please donate. All. Yeah, please donate, man. Please donate. I watched Turtle Boy's justice seeking interview the other day.
Yeah.
She was Aaron Hernandez, defense attorney. She knows she's actually gone up against Alan Jackson in the past. She's in our side partner there who always goes up to the courthouse. Very good interview. If you guys get a chance to see it, it's very good. It's not a bad watch. Different, nice. And these are high-powered attorneys. This is and she's all about Karen Reed. She's all Karen Reed. How bad it is, and she was actually in these courtrooms because of Hernandez. She was dealing with.
She's familiar with the whole system,
not so much. I forget what Rentham or Foxborough might be, and I know Foxborough, but right outside of us, the other one, Bristol. Was that Bristol down there? She was in the Bristol courthouses, I think. I heard. Wasn't Suffolk.
Yeah, Bristol County.
Maybe that's what she was dealing with. All right. That's a good watch. You're probably going to see a data dump today from the defense, Tommy.
You think? Friday. Yeah. You know what to do on Fridays.
You got to get a data dump. They have to get the motion because they're going to argue on Tuesday. They have to get the motions today. So
unreal. It's just Bruins tickets, everybody. Don't forget.
All right, guys. I will talk to you later, Tommy.
All right, Mikey. I'll talk to you.
Chat. Talk to you.
All right, everybody. Thanks for the great show. Glad Mike came on. He's very very representative of the Karen Reed movement. I mean, it's all about that. So thank you, Mike, for all you do for Karen Reed and everybody. I mean, he's there a lot and he does a lot. So oh, the stuff we were laughing about this morning. Craziness. So with that said, it's been what, 2 hours? My God, time flies with you guys. All righty, everybody. You all have a wonderful weekend. Tomorrow we're gonna do the drawing for the Bruins tickets. Go see Aiden, throw some money in his defense fund. $10 gets you a chance. Take a screenshot, send it to cputom@gmail.com, and we'll add you to the wheel, and we'll spin that wheel, and hopefully you win. Either way, whoever does win is gonna win. So there you go. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Let me just put his defense fund up here real quick so you all can see what it looks like when you get there. So it looks like this. Okay. And he really does. He does a lot for the First Amendment here. And they're really targeting him. So he could use your help. All righty, everybody. That said, I love you all. Have a wonderful weekend. And we'll see you tomorrow for a little bit to do that wheel. You all have a good day. And Glara, peace out, my friend. Thank you for all you do also. So Nan, she helps us a lot with just getting the information in a way we can understand it. So man, keep going to church. So thank you all. Enjoy your weekend.